everybody. It's Wednesday, the 6th of March, 2024. It's about 10:30 in the morning, Central Standard Time. Um, hey, please remember, hey, I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient, so everything is for entertainment purposes only. Do your own research, form your own opinions, full disclaimers in the box, along with the email to get in contact with me for a private reading, along with the buy me a cream soda and tip jar and all the Venmo and all that PayPal. That's all in the box too. Okay. Well, yeah, one thing that hit the fan yesterday was Super Tuesday here in the States. And of course, Nikki conceded to her defeat today. So she was nothing but she was taking money from the DNC. So, hey, anything affiliated with the donkeys, bad news. And now she's trying to cover her butt by sucking up to Donald, and now she wants to be addressed as Madam Ambassador. Yeah, she was ambassador to a building in New York City. Duh. That's the lowest ranking ambassador you could be. Yeah, they kept her in NYC so they could keep an eye on her. Yeah. And now with Donald, the clear-cut front runner, basically the EU is in panic mode because they know once he's back, they're up shit's creek. Definitely. It's like they're realizing that, oh my God, we're backing the wrong horse here. Uh, it looks like as long as we can keep control of the computers, the counting computers, we're going to have Donald back at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue come the job interview in November. Well, the EU is like, oh my God, because they're like, we're getting everything for free, and uh, they're scrambling. They're like, oh my God. And even it's going nutsoid because now I guess this morning the prime minister of Haiti has landed in Puerto Rico because, well, if you've seen it, Haiti is a complete cluster mess. And Haiti is under the control of Billy Clinton and probably Billy Gates. I mean, the Clinton Foundation. I mean, Haiti is basically, they have no government. That country is a gangland war zone. It's depending on which power gang you belong to, and right now their biggest uh, industry in Haiti is kidnapping. Yeah, that's the primary industry of the country of Haiti. And now their prime minister's over in Puerto Rico. Now, is he going to bring some of the gangs from Haiti into Puerto Rico to uh, continue the nation's big business? We all know that the Puerto Ricans want all the benefits from being an American, but they don't want all the responsibilities. Time for Puerto Rico. Stop being a territory, be a state. Yeah. I mean, I saw that even JoJo's sweating bullets because they haven't gotten the results from American Samoa for yesterday. Yes, American Samoa is another territory out in the Pacific. So they haven't even reported their votes. Well, I haven't found them as of yet. But another place that people are panicking about is Croatia. Well, you know, all those countries along that coastline, um, something's always going on with those. And since they're no longer Soviet bloc, they've been left to their own devices. Well, now, okay, they went independent, non-communist in 1990 something. So they've had various political parties form. And you've got your right wing and you've got your left wing. Well, now it turns out that the extreme socialist left wing wants to turn the country back into basically a socialist entity. Duh! The people that are doing this were born after it stopped being a Soviet bloc satellite country. These idiots don't know what communism is about. Yeah, kind of crazy there. So, Croatia, I mean, their biggest industry is tourism, and they have sent some really good actors over here. I mean, one of the nicest guys that I've ever worked with was Goran Vizdik. I mean, yeah, he was on the TV show ER. And basically, anytime they came into town to film here in Chicago, if Goran was in, the night before filming, there was this one restaurant in the city that you could guarantee he could be found. It was a Croatian restaurant where on the far southeast side of the city, basically on the Indiana state line. Yeah, a couple times I was down there too. Next morning, yeah, we were drinking prairie oysters, which is, yeah, that's, you take an egg yolk and Worcestershire sauce and mix it up and shoot it down. Yeah, we were like, hey, were you at what's it? Well, I don't want to give the name of the place, but the name of were you at such a, he goes, yeah. I'm like, yeah. I go, so was she. I'm like, I know, we cringe and hangovers at the same time. But yeah, it was always, it was a cool place to be. Cool. Those were back in the 90s and early through the 90s and stuff. And back when life was real. Okay. Um, but yeah, but hey, now, I guess yesterday, I mean, okay, I come on, I check my news channels, I check my news websites. Okay, in the morning, I'll check, like, I go through the email, I'll check Facebook real fast, and then I'm doing other stuff, especially on non-video days. Well, because I kind of like just not, didn't really pay attention to stuff. I mean, I was living life. Um, I guess Facebook, Meta, Instagram went down. And all these people that are addicted to social media went batshit crazy. Oh my God, a teenager with no Instagram. Shock. What are they going to do? Sweetie, ditch the electronics. Go back to a landline phone. Those kids will be fucked. There's two whole generations that don't know what it's like to live with one landline phone in and out of the house. And with everything crashing, my advice to everyone, get a landline phone installed. It's an independent power source. They don't go down unless you don't pay the bill. Yeah, they're saying, no, they're trying to switch everybody to electronics. No. If you have a chronic illness, if you have somebody over 65, medical issues, you need that independent power source powered true landline phone in your house. It's worth the money and it increases the resale value. Get a real landline phone. It's going to come in real handy. Very handy. I mean, okay, I just have a router in my house for the internet, and I do have a long cable that comes down that I've tripped over a couple times, but I have to be more careful. I had to tape it down so I don't trip. But yeah, it's anything with a cable, wire is good. If it has to go through radio waves, not good. Okay, I do have a stupid cell phone, but I use that primarily for, I do call forwarding from the landline onto the cell phone. But if it's something that I have to talk to privately and I don't want other people listening in, I use the landline phone. That's why I stick in this crummy building, because it's hardwired for a landline phone. It sucks. Going and looking at other buildings, you can't get one. So yeah, kind of stuck in a quandary there. Now, uh, we something else that's going on is okay. We're all these freaking idiots are talking about ceasefire, ceasefire. Even that lunatic Marianne Williamson, who's like the other, they had to put somebody else up on the ballot against JoJo. Well, she's an idiot. She's a clueless idiot. And she's screaming, saying, "Oh, we have to force Hamas into unconditional ceasefire." I'm like, she's so stupid. She doesn't realize that Hamas is just a tentacle of the Iran evil empire. Iran is not gonna stop their jihad. And right now, everybody in Israel is sweating freaking bullets. Because, what, today is the 6th, and on Sunday night starts Ramadan. Okay? And they're going to have a whole bunch of Muslims going to the Temple on the Mount. What the hell is going to be going on? Now, it's the people in Jerusalem are sweating bullets and are getting ready. And if you're there and you're not paying attention, get ready, because Jerusalem, I keep seeing like I'm seeing images of the Warsaw Rebellion. Yeah, that's how a clairvoyant and clairaudient gets information. We see images of things. And when I started thinking about all this stuff about, okay, they're worried about Ramadan, the Temple on the Mount, and all that, Church of the Holy Sepulchre, that whole complex area. Yeah, they're going to desecrate that Catholic Church if they get to it. In fact, they're probably making the plans right now. When I started thinking about it, I was getting Warsaw Rebellion, and think of how Warsaw and the hand-to-hand combat took place back in, what was that, 1944? Yeah. That was what, 80 years ago. That's what Jerusalem is heading towards if people don't, if that's what Jerusalem is going to look like. Again, it's a war against the Jews. That's what all of this is. Once they eliminate the Jews, they're going to go after every single freaking Christian if you don't convert. Which means if that happens, the women's clothing industry is going to go down the tubes, because the only thing women will be allowed to wear is a black bag over their head. Black fabric bag. There goes the cosmetics industry, women's clothing, shoes. Come on, fashion designers, all you woke fashionistas, wake up, or else you're not going to have a job. The model industry, magazines, publishing. Think, how many people rely on the fashion industry for a way of life? All these stores in the malls. You walk into the big box stores like Walmart, Target, 50% of the product is women's clothing. You go into any shopping mall, any high street, in any town, the majority of the business, women's clothing. Places like those stupid websites like Timo and Shein and Wish will be out of business. China, you keep supporting these dirtbags, you're not going to have any sales. Your industry's really going to tank. Because the only thing people will be allowed to wear is a black, you're going to visit Omar the tent maker so he can measure you for the black tent you got to wear. Time for the fashion industry to wake up. Start fighting back, fashionistas. Gotta do. Hey. It's like, hey, I have events coming up and no idiot's going to stop me from wearing my Manolo Blahniks. Definitely. It's crazy. And now it's like, yeah, I caught the our favorite Swede this morning, and one of the things he's talking about and what's happening is now, and I checked, the stupid moron from the CDC based in Atlanta, oh, they're going to have another unknown liquid that they want to push into people's bodies this coming fall. Duh. It's called the seasonal Enza that flies in the window. It happens every year. Those of us that were lucky enough that had the Hong Kong stuff variant back in 68, 69, majority of us were walking around with 100% immunity because that was the base route. That was the root variant that all this other crap is being manipulated from. So if you are immune to the base, you don't have to worry about the other crap because you already got it in your body. Your body already built up antibodies towards that shit. And because I had that, hey, my doctors, I walk around with a note saying she doesn't have to wear a mask or gloves or use that hand stuff that dries out your hands and your cuticles and fries your nails out. And I don't have to get the whatchamacallit. Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Now Rachel is having fits and so is Henry. Now, I guess it's come to light that back in 2012, when Henry was still good time Hal, he went to Nevada, Vegas. Well, Vegas is in one county, and then if you go right outside of that county, a certain industry is completely legal. Ladies of the evening. Let's put it that way. I made a phone call to someone out in that area, and I said, hey, when somebody goes to patronize one of these establishments, what is the protocol? And they were like, oh shit, why are you asking me? And I'm like, listen, just, hey, you might know someone who's gone out there or gone out there for a bachelor party or what is it? I need the dirt. And they said, yeah, someone who patronizes the establishment has to sign a waiver because for the safety of the employees of these establishments, there are cameras everywhere recording audio and video. Yes, everywhere in the rooms. Because it's protection for the employees, because you don't know if somebody's going to come in that has really weird fantasies, and you might get some patron who's into necrophilia. So that's why there's cameras that record everything for the safety of the employees. Well, I guess the footage of Henry somebody found. And it's like there's footage and photos taken by someone who was hired to accommodate the group of people that Henry was with. She's got the photos. And I guess the expiration date of the NDA has expired, is over and done with, so now her private photos she can do what she wants with. Someone can make a lot of money. Someone has her retirement set up. And it'll blow up big. And it'll prove the biggest embarrassment to little Rachel. As for the Rachel stuff, I already have my ears open down in Texas. What a nice thing to have a Texan family. Already been in touch, and they're going to film as soon as South by Southwest is over and done with, which happens in Austin. We call Austin the blue pimple on the red state of Texas. It's a zit. You know what a zit is? Full of pus and grossness. Yeah, Austin is blue, and it's full of idiots. Okay? So, I've already got my ears on the ground, and as soon as South by Southwest is over and done with, I'll have some really good dirt. Okay? So, I'm going to hold back until it's over with, so I have my info. But we do know that it's Henry and Rachel, the two Muppets. The other thing they're sweating bullets about, well, we know that their little squad members, their propaganda team, has been trash talking Princess Catherine 8 ways to Sunday. And finally, somebody did. It was a private photographer caught a picture of Carol driving off the Windsor estate, doing the school run. Go pick up the kids from school, and Catherine was in the front seat of the car. Now, this, in the UK, if it's not an official photographer, the UK journalists cannot publish the photograph. But the photograph can be published everywhere else but the UK. I have a feeling this was kind of like a friend of a friend of a friend who was told, hey, go take your camera and go wait along this road so you can get a picture. So then it can be put out to quash the rumors from the little squad brats, from Rachel's minions. That's what it was. It was pre-planned. And people are saying, oh, that can't be Catherine. Well, yeah. You look at the photos of Catherine before her surgery and this one with her sitting in the car. Remember, when you've had major surgery and on the abdominal cavity, you're then put on a lot of medication. And some of the medication and some of the drugs that are used for anesthesia, and when they're working inside the body cavity, believe it or not, they pump a lot of air to expand the body cavity so the surgeons have room to work in. And it takes a body an extreme amount of time to expel that extra air. And with different medications, you do retain water weight. I mean, she's probably on an anti-inflammatory med, and that helps your bones, your muscles and stuff. But sometimes it does cause a little bit of weight gain. Some of the pain meds cause weight gain. So, yeah, if you have your body sliced open and your interior organs moved around, you're going to hurt like hell. So, yeah, Catherine is on pain meds. Pain meds cause weight gain. Some of them do, depending on what they put her on. So, idiots, especially the squad members who don't know their ass from a hole in the ground, hold on one second, someone's knocking. Yeah, what I was saying is, like, people who are on pain meds in different sorts, you're going to gain weight. I mean, yeah, back when they first diagnosed me with RSD, they put me on all sorts of stuff, like amitriptyline and Relafin and this and that. One of those, I gained, like, in 2 weeks, 20 pounds. I'm like, not taking this shit. That might have been gabapentin. I'd have to do my homework on it. But now I'm on a set of meds that I do very well with and maintain a healthy weight at. But yeah, she's on probably something that helps with the pain. And so she's gained a few pounds. Once you go off the pain meds, once you're weaned off, you'll lose the weight and go back to your natural weight. So stop the trash talking saying that's a photo double. I know what it's like having to be going through that kind of shit. Yeah. And the other big thing that they're having fits about, they're causing shit about, is Uncle Gary. Okay. Uncle Gary is very, very loyal to his family. Extremely loyal to his niece and nephew-in-law and their kids. But he has no loyalty to the two that he refers to as the Muppets. Oh, they're saying, oh, the royal family is having fits that Uncle Gary's going to go on Celebrity Big Brother. Duh. This would not have happened without the stamp of go for it out of Buck House, Clarence House, KP, Windsor Castle. Uncle Gary's going on the show with the blessing of his niece's in-laws. Remember, whenever the Muppets get out of control, doesn't Uncle Gary come up with a real zinger? I mean, we see on our public TV channels, it's like you can buy a coffee mug with all the zingers from the Dowager Countess of Grantham, Maggie Smith's character. I think someone needs to put together a mug. And of course, proceeds would go to a charity that Catherine prefers, of Uncle Gary's zingers. Shut up, Muppets. Hey, I'd buy it. So, Uncle Gary, yeah. Put a mug together, coffee mug, tea mug. I am sure all those proceeds, especially if they were going to go to a charity that Catherine is the primary patron of, I think I know, I'd make the purchase. And I'm sure everybody else who's watching this would probably make it too. So, yeah. So, folks, yeah, the other thing that they're having fits about is that, okay, the military had penciled it in that it's penciled. It's not in ink. We all know that Catherine is still in recuperation mode. So, yeah, they have to put out the stuff, the blueprints for trooping of the color. And they just have her penciled in for her to inspect one of the platoons, groups, divisions on a certain day. They have her penciled in. And someone saw the penciled in plan and mistake it for, oh, she's going to be as a confirmed thing. They're like, no. When they're planning these big events, a lot of things are penciled in, they're tentative. Final stuff isn't set in stone till basically a week or 24 hours before it kicks off. They always have contingency plans. Yeah. They have a contingency plan. What if it's pouring thunderstorms that day? They have a plan set up. So everything's tentative till it's set to go. So Catherine was just penciled in. Don't worry about it, folks. Everything's contingent. And someone leaked it. Yeah, they said she wouldn't be back to work until after Easter. That's the end of this month, March 31st. And this is something that's penciled in for June. You still have April and May. She still has 8 more weeks. Yeah, it's okay to pencil her in 5 months after the surgery. 4.5, 5 months after the surgery. You can do a tentative plan. So chill out. Chill out. And let's just keep watching on the explosion. I know that, yeah, I watched Fiona's channel, her video this morning, and I just kind of go for it. I know that when I first started my channel, some of the people that she mentioned approached me. And I was getting feedback from people. Oh, so-and-so did this and did that. And I'm like, I didn't ask them to. Why are they doing it? It's my channel. If I want someone to talk about it, I'll ask them directly. Don't start doing stuff behind my back without my permission. That's why I'm still at the numbers I am. Because I'm not going to play the stupid games with these stupid trolls. I had one bothering me. After 2 conversations, I realized what sort of person she was, and I said, hey, I don't have time for you. And she and her little friends started doing something, and I'm like, hey, I called you out. Hey, you want to cause shit? Come on to my live stream. One of them came on. I called her bluff. Called her out. The rest of them have hightailed it. They don't. Yeah. It's called Don't Mess With Me. I can name numerous people who've messed with me in the past. I'm one of those clairvoyants, one of those lucky ladies that, hey, you fuck with me, bad shit happens. I'm not a person you mess around with. And it's just karma that bites them in the ass. Big time. I think it's kind of funny. Anyone who intentionally goes after me with all sorts of nasty crap and starts big shit, every single one of them within 2 years of pulling their nonsense has died a horrible natural death. It's called Don't Mess With Me. I've got angels and karma around me that you wouldn't believe. So, and I hope the angels and the karma are protecting Fiona also, and some of the other gals. It's called, those of us who are gifted, you don't play with us. You don't. And one thing I do want to say, I want to give a shout out to, yesterday I had to go take care of some personal business, and I was in one of the government offices taking care of shit. I met a lovely younger lady by the name of Nicole. I hope everything is, I know everything is going to work out and all your recertifications are going to follow through perfectly. So I hope you have, I gave you my card so you know the email. So Nicole, positive stuff going your way. So everyone, have a great day, and next video goes up on Friday. Bye.